Oh no, steer clear.
Right?
Are you steering him?
I am. Okay. Ooh,
Whoa.
Ooh, that's close. That's
Oh
close.
no.
That's
Oh
close.
no.
Nope, get out of there. Get out of there. Come on. Nope. Nope. No, go. Ah! Ooh, sorry. That was lackluster on my part.
Don't do that.
Ooh, ooh. This guy's coming up.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, good one.
Weave,
Good
weave.
one.
Hey, if doing obscure... Ooh, this is a tough one.
Oof. Oh boy.
Oh! Look at that. Look at my cancer dodging skills. If, what was I going to say? Soda Drinker Pro has truly refined my ability to handle obscure minigames.
Oh my gosh. This seems so much more important than all the other video games where we avoid stuff.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Games.
Hey guys, and welcome to GTLive.
GTLive.
Where, if you can't tell, this week has been a little bit of a crazy week here
It's
for us.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's Wacky Wednesday, where you think you're doing one game, and then you end up not doing that game.
You end up doing a different game.
A completely different game.
Completely different game.
Like, here's a fun, weird meta game that comments on the aspects of game design, and here's a game about losing a child to cancer.
About extremely impactful real life things.
So
yeah, let's talk about that for a minute, shall we, Matthew?
Meta-ness and wackiness versus realness and emotion.
Before we go into this, if you haven't heard of this game before, this is a very personal story for the developer of the game. It's an indie game. It won a game award this year for Games for Impact because it tells the story of the developer's son who died of cancer. So it's a very emotional, it's a very powerful story. You guys have asked us to play it many, many times, so we are going to play it. And we're going to play it up to a certain point in the game when the developer has requested that people not play it like live or play it on the internet. Because it's one of those things that like you should play through yourself and personally experience, but we do want to share the game
At
and
least
you
part
guys
of the game
part
with
of the
you.
game with you, and you guys have requested it a lot, so we also wanted to follow up your requests for it.
It's also, and Stephanie mentioned it winning the 2016 Games for Impact Award at the Game Awards, which was particularly special for me too, because I was the one who was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to actually give out that award.
Yeah,
and
you were the presenter that night.
Yeah, which was cool. Me and Justine.
Yeah.
Justine was popular YouTuber. I was the guy who just does game theory. Apparently, I'm not a popular YouTuber. I just do this show on the side. But anyway, it was a tough situation too, honestly. Just to talk about that. And Steph, if you can actually pull up that video, I'd love to share it with everyone.
I would be happy to do that.
Because the developer's speech is beautiful and is something that if you haven't seen is definitely worth sharing. But it's one of those moments where you, as like a person on stage, you're going through this really difficult like split-second decision because you don't know what game wins in that moment, right? So you open the envelope and you see that Dragon Cancer. You're at an award show,
Yeah.
So you have to be like positive and happy because you're presenting an award for achievement, and this guy, deserved his award. It was incredible, but at the same time, you're like. Do you say it somberly because you know deep down what that game is actually about?
Yeah, I think, that night it was like you're celebrating. You're celebrating the fact that he won an award and he made a big difference in a lot of people's lives, and I think that is something that's worth celebrating.
The game award goes
I felt
to
it was important to share with people. It's literally
that
like
Dragon Cancer.
And so there you go.
That's the developer.
And that's the moment where you're like, you read it and you're like, it's an award show, so you gotta be like happy about it. But let's be serious.
Yeah.
And I during his speech, I actually start to like well up, because it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we can just listen to his speech.
Let him speak for himself, because this is just incredible, and we want to share it with you.
That dragon cancer exists because my wife Amy, my children, Caleb, Isaac, Elijah, and Zoe, my business partner Josh, our team, John, Brock, Ryan, Mike, and Chris, our friends who are at Ouya, Kelly, Julie, Bob, and Jared, our over 3,000 Kickstarter backers, Indie Fund, and this entire industry believed it should exist. Often in video games, we get to choose how we're seen. Our avatars and our tweets and the work that we do are all meant to portray the story that we want to tell the world about why our lives matter. But sometimes the story is written onto us, or it's told because of us or in spite of us, and it reveals our weaknesses, our failures, our hopes, and our fears. You let us tell the story of my son, Joel. And in the end, it was not the story that we wanted to tell. But you chose to love us through our grief by being willing to stop and to listen and to not turn away. To let my son Joel's life change you because you chose to see him and to experience how we loved him. And I have hope that when we are all willing to see each other, not for just who we want to be, but who we are and who we're meant to be, this act of love and this act of grace can change the world. Thank you.
By far, like, one of the most emotional and best speech of the night, certainly.
Yeah, people, I think, pretty unanimously said that it was the best awards speech that was given that night, and so that was definitely the most memorable one for me.
Yeah, and it's interesting, like, obviously the feeling of losing a child to cancer is one that, like, I can't even fathom. Over the last couple years, I think it was, 2.5, 3 years ago, I lost my grandfather to lung cancer. But, like, with an older adult, sickness comes, right? And so that's a little bit less jarring. Obviously, any sort of loss is going to be really impactful. And I've been fortunate enough to have all of my grandparents up until, as old as I am now, as an old guy myself. So I've been fortunate enough to grow up and have them as a very present part of my life. And so it was sad to lose him and watch kind of him lose that battle.
Yeah.
But to have a child go through that is just unimaginable. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to share part of his game with you and also respect his wishes not to stream the full game.
And
right?
Speaking of that, Chris has just let me know that we're going to play for the first hour. We're supposed to stop at the section named Joel the Baby Knight.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
So
Cool.
we're going to play the first hour. I'm already way too emotional for not having started this game yet. You guys in the chat are all feeling it already, it seems like. So it's
kind of like try not to cry challenge day here.
Sort of.
a little less funny.
Yeah.
And obviously today is a bit more of a serious stream,
but the point of this all really is, though, that this was a celebration of his son's life. Like he mentioned that this game was really important to him and can be really important to other people who have also lost loved ones and things like that, because it's a way of celebrating that person's life and turning, like, their story into something that everyone can benefit from, which is a really good thing. Actually, it's like a really great thing, you guys.
Yeah,
so
it's beautiful that it can, something so tragic can turn into something as positive as can be in that sort of situation.
Yeah.
So, that's why we want to share it with you. The other reason we want to share it with you, and I mentioned this before on the first, I think, Try Not to Cry challenge, is that emotions of all forms are important, right? So, obviously, online, we do a lot of stuff about, like, the cringe and the try not to laugh and, like, oh, don't look away, this and, a lot of funny stuff. And everyone likes to be funny online. Everyone likes to rage out online. But it reminds me of the movie Inside Out.
It's okay to have other moments, too, right?
Yeah. Sadness and grieving are important emotions to have, and society tends to try and shy away from those or shun them away and say, like, oh, these are bad. That's a bad emotion. You're not allowed to be sad. You're not allowed to grieve. And that's wrong, society. You are wrong. Because all emotions are important. And being sad and being affected by things is just as much, if not more important of a human experience than anything else.
Yeah.
And so, if we can share that together. And it's also when you're, quite honestly, when you're most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like fear and sadness are probably the most human and most open of the emotions, because it takes a lot to cry in front of someone else, and it takes a lot of trust to show that you have things in your life that make you vulnerable and that hurt you or that touch you.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. It's okay to share those with people. So, we're hoping to share a little bit of that with you today.
All right, let's play the game.
So,
Cool.
with that being said, enough preamble. Thank you for your patience with everything, for the last minute change of the game. I think today, though, will be a great stream for all of us. So let's hop right in.
Alrighty. And surprise, this is not a precision platformer. This is more of a point-and-click adventure. So you don't have to worry about those cutscenes and stuff.
Steph, precision platforming. I can totally.
I know you'll be ready. You'll be ready.
I'm ready for those sections when they come. Bread on the water. Not to be confused with smoke on the water.
Or fire in the sky.
Or fire in the sky.
That's true.
No smoke on the water, no fire in the sky, just bread in the water.
Ooh, are we duck POV?
We are the POV of the duck.
Sweet.
And look around. Man, I think this kid is gonna give me some bread. Hello.
Bread, brah. Bread, brah.
Yes! Duck Simulator.
Goer.
Duck Simulator 2016.
Bread Eater Pro. Bread Eater Pro.
Right? From the maker that brought you
Soda Drinker Pro. Comes Bread Eater Pro.
Touch the birds. No, the birds. Yeah. Okay.
We may need to turn it up a little bit to hear all the dialogue.
Did you see that one almost bit him?
Else?
Well, Isaac, you gotta give him little pieces. He doesn't understand. Here you go, Joel. Here. Okay, no, you throw it.
That duck was just like, jackpot!
That duck is like, go back.
Yeah. But he can't talk.
It's true.
Yeah. He can talk.
Yeah, I know.
Why can't Joel?
Well, Joel got sick right after he turned 1.
Kind of slowed him down a little bit, buddy.
So he's just slower than most kids.
What?
I think eventually he'll catch up.
You think Joel will leave?
Yeah, I think Joel will eventually.
Well, of course. He's just the way. Because, you know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a
That
boy.
bird is like,
But he's a
BFF?
baby. He's a boy.
That duck is showing tremendous
he's a
self-restraint.
It's just about right.
Okay, buddy.
You know, there's lots of things Joel isn't good at, but there's some things he is good at. What is he good at?
Eating, laughing.
Eat it.
Eating.
We're good at making him laugh.
You are good at making him laugh. How do you make him laugh?
I fall down.
Yeah.
He's good at showing us what he loves.
Yeah.
a veritable feast right here.
Palette it
This
out.
guy's like, could you have spread it out a little bit? I could have
deck is
used
like,
this
I'm
across
full.
a period of a couple days. It's actually really nice. The other great thing about this is just like the simplicity of
What does, Joel?
the like simple beauty of the graphical style.
Yeah, the graphical style is really cool, actually.
In cups, bathtubs, and the warm, wet
Interesting. It makes
tongues
it
and
easy
the
to
cool
project
fur dots.
like people onto it.
Maybe this week was a daily affection. And bye-byes. And blown kisses. And more. Oh, always more. This full list of words. So few words.
So just look around.
Ooh. This is a cutscene.
Do you think they know? Can they sense it? None of them know. No one ever realizes how short the time is.
Oh man, this is getting intense already.
Right? The game wastes no time.
No time.
Yeah, so Steph actually has never seen this game.
I've kind of, to be honest, if I'm being totally honest, I've kind of avoided it. For one, not to spoil it if we're going to play it, but also because you've got to be in a pretty specific mood to intentionally go into to watch a really emotional playthrough. So, you know, it was one of those things where I was kind of holding off on purpose, to be honest, and it's probably better that I didn't have like the whole day to like leading up to this to think about it, because I would have been like, oh man, like I would have been thinking about it all day. It's actually best that we did it on the spur of the moment.
The reason I paused here too is because, you know, the idea of you don't know how much time you have left, that's something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and I think Steph and I have been talking a lot about that too.
Oh, I mean, it's something that's, you know, whenever stuff like if you ever lose someone close to you, it doesn't, and it could be anyone, it could be, you know, a grandparent, it could be even like a pet or something like that. Anytime anything like that happens, you really think about like the stuff that's important to you.
Right, but it's, you know, and I mentioned this, I think, when Carrie Fisher passed away too, like in the immediate aftermath when we did the live stream there. But it's like, you know, life is too short, just in general, and so it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day hassles and the day-to-day trials and tribulations of like, oh, we couldn't play Stanley Parable today, Chris, what are you doing? You know, it's you had to do it for 4 hours, why'd you stop at 2? Come on, dude. You know, stuff like that. It's, you know, or like, oh, this script is running late, or oh, I was up till 3:30, true story, working on this episode, and it's so frustrating. But like, that's not what's important. Like, don't let those sorts of things distract you from what's important, which are the other people in your life, you know, your friends, your family, and the things that make you happy, right? Because work is certainly an important component of your life, and hopefully you enjoy your work, but, you know, go out and experience things. Go out, and if you do want to do something or try something, don't waste the time.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
it's
there's
time you might never
enough.
get back, right?
And it's easy to write things off as like, oh, I'll get to it later, and then those opportunities pass. So
Yeah.
anyway, man.
Carpe that diem, man.
Carpe that diem. Seize that day. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. One of the like 3 obligatory poems that literally every high school student needs to talk about in literature. I don't know why. There's only like, you don't do much of poetry in school, but like, gather ye rosebuds, carpe diem, so like, there's always that like, there are the 5 poems that you had to learn, and then like a handful of sonnets.
It's true.
Ozymandias.
Ozymandias, that's a good one. I liked the romantic poets. I thought they were good. The whole chat is crying already, so before everyone dehydrates, we should keep playing.
Okay, well, let's continue. Emotional moment. Well, this whole stream is just emotional, but, you know. What do you think, Steph? Left or right?
Oh, man.
Here, we'll look left.
Yeah.
Didn't anticipate walking this far. It's okay.
Right? It's cool. It's cool, dude. Ooh. This, like, snapping out of perspective is interesting.
Dead tree. Foreshadowing, perhaps. It's also interesting because we've talked a little bit about like why certain stories have to be told through the medium of games, and I think one of the things that's most exciting about this game
And games like this, I think, that teach you something.
Without a word. What is hope without a word for? Who is God? What is joy?
What were you gonna say, Steph?
Oh, games like this that teach you something. It makes such a difference. Reading stories, watching movies, even like documentaries and stuff, I think are not nearly as impactful as gaming as a medium of actually interacting with a story as it's unfolding. Like, you can watch a movie, but it's so passive. Even the act of like making small decisions as you go through something like this makes such a big difference. It's a totally different way of learning about something and experiencing something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even though like a lot of, you know, these sorts of more of experiential games sometimes are called like the walking simulators, like the level of interaction might be minimal or gameplay might not be too significant or too sophisticated.
Yeah.
There is a certain there's a definite power to like making those choices and clicking and being in the first person perspective.
Yeah.
Right?
Who am I
Sorry.
to him? Dada.
Okay.
Just giving Jill a kiss.
Give him a kiss. We're gonna give Zoe a kiss.
It's like old school Facebook.
Right?
Would you like to poke him?
You say hi, Zoe.
Hi,
Okay, Joel. Ready?
Oh boy. Quick time event.
Give Jill a kiss. Set. Go.
Do it again. Big kiss.
I'm rocking him.
Sweet!
I don't want to rock him too far.
Right? Oh, jeez.
There we go. There we go. Oh, no, I
Give
can
Jill a
keep
kiss.
Give him a
Go.
kiss.
Ready? Set. Go.
Gonna give Zoe a kiss. Zoe kisses.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Got it.
Bam!
There we go.
Best horse rocker of all the horse rockers.
Nailed it. Take that, God of War. Your quick time.
Ready?
event.
Set. Now give Jill a kiss. Go.
I'm going all in.
Oh
this
man,
one.
all in.
Going all in on this rock.
Oh jeez.
But even like this, where it's like a mouse click, it's
Give
like,
Jill a
oh,
kiss.
you're
Okay,
the
Jill.
one who is
Ready?
choosing to play.
Yeah.
You know?
Can you give Zoe a kiss? Zoe kisses.
Let's see. Oh boy. These things are so dangerous. Have you ever been on one of these things?
Stephanie.
I used to spin these so fast. So fast.
I love these things.
These are the best. They were deadly. They were amazing.
I would like to sometimes spin it or have like my dad spin it or whatever and like hold on to the bars and as your like body was like
Oh,
thrown
yeah.
outside.
And you can and you'd start out far away, and then you'd pull yourself in to go faster. Did you ever do that? Like a speed skater?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I had a thing for spinny rides. Mm-hmm. Like, I would ride the Scrambler all the time.
Spinny rides were the best.
Spinny rides are the best. Playgrounds. Playgrounds in general.
Awesome.
I wish that I still had the ability to, like, just hang out at playgrounds as not the creepy old guy at this point who's hanging out at the playground.
Right.
But to, like, actually enjoy doing things on the playground, that would be awesome.
Right?
Ready? Set.
Okay, here we go.
Go.
Here we go.
Hey.
Gotcha. Nailed it.
Yeah, yo. Whoa.
Also knocked over my soda.
Also knocked over soda.
High five.
High five. Yeah.
Knocked over soda. Achievement unlocked.
Woo! Yeah.
Do some swing action.
Sweet. All right. All right, I'm going to jump into the chat while we're working our way around the playground here.
Who's that?
Go
I
for
was
it.
telling Caleb that you don't do really well.
Queen Spinning Spin says, I think it's the same kid. Yes, it is. It's the same kid. He's just doing a bunch of different activities.
Very astute.
Olivia Berry says, oh, it's so sad. So sad. Why? I just got here. I'm prepared to cry, says Gracie Grant. That's probably smart.
Flip him over the bars. Flip him over the bars.
That Kitty 2004 says, I don't have one of those at my school. Oh, that's a bummer. They've probably wised up
I
to
was
how
going to say,
dangerous
I
those
believe
are.
they're too unsafe at
Yeah.
this point. I believe that all of these are too unsafe.
Awesome X Studios says, I'm out of Diet Coke. Oh no, that is tragic.
True tragedy.
This is an interesting comment. I do want to call this out. Holly Finch says, I have watched Mark, Jack, and Pewds play this. Why am I watching you guys play it when I know what's going to happen? I think this is one of those games that's really experiential, and it's about doing it with someone. And I could see why that would make sense, because everybody, I feel like, is going to react to this game so differently, or at least a little bit differently, because it affects people in different ways, you know?
I mean,
I don't think watching that, because you've watched playthroughs of this, it doesn't spoil actually playing it. And this is one of those games that you can watch actually a lot of people play, and I don't think it would, like, it doesn't detract, one experience doesn't detract from the others.
Right. So much of YouTube and watching the live streams, watching other people's videos, are watching people's unique reactions to things. If you look at the games that are most popular on YouTube, even like the Would You Rathers and stuff, or like FNAFs or things like that, so much of what is interesting about online video is watching the same experience through different eyes.
Through different perspectives,
You
yeah.
know, oh, will Markiplier go a genocide route?
Yeah.
Or, oh, will, Matt Pat choose this or that when Jack chose the other thing, or watching Pewds do this game, how's he responding to it, and bringing his personal background and influences and aesthetic to it versus kind of us and like our stories.
Yeah.
And the way that this makes us think. And I think that's cool, where yes, we're all playing the same game, but the game is a medium of the player's personality.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. Here, they're telling us to forge ahead.
I know, I'm going to forge ahead. Sorry, and I know I've been taking a lot of time at the beginning, so.
Now they think that maybe he's throwing up all the time because he has acid reflux. So they gave me a medication, and we can give it to Joel, and they said we have to give it at least 3 full days, but that if he's still throwing up after that we can come back. And I mentioned the head tilt thing again, even though they keep saying it's not related, but you always have to mention that one weird outlying thing. So I told them how his head was tilted to the right, but they still say that that's probably not related at all. So I guess we'll just give this a try, and I don't know, I'll tell you more about it when you get home. There goes Jill.
Oh, he's so tiny.
the dragon shadow.
Yeah.
The dragon of Cancer. Being like lighted out. And the subtle imagery or symbolism.
Yeah.
And these like black, spiky things and kind of this otherwise, bright, colorful, smooth world.
Yeah.
I think is a really smart way to do this.
No, it's really interesting. And it's like, it feels, and having them like beat like a heart with, it's really interesting from like a biology standpoint as well.
Fear is Cancer's preservative. Cancer's embalming oil. And you, O accuser, are fear's oil salesman. You're a snake. A serpent. A dragon with snuffed out coal on his breath, molten, talons broken from the struggle to free yourself of your own skin.
I like that house that we flew by. It reminded me of Peach's Castle.
It did.
Just saying, it looked a lot. Oh, it's Peach's Castle from Mario 64.
Right?
Mario's up on top waving. It's holding like a power star.
So we're looking hospital.
On hospital time.
There we go.
Well, very astute, Stephanie. Very astute.
Hey, do you want to rock? Okay, let's rock. There we go.
The subtlest of minigames.
Right?
It's like the Mario Party game that we were supposed to find the balance of the balloons.
And then didn't.
And then didn't, just blew it up.
Hey, babe, I was just thinking, do you ever think maybe Joel can hear better than he's supposed to be able to? Because I know, it's supposed to be moderate to severe hearing loss, but sometimes, today, he hears music playing before I do. So I saw him dancing, and I had to look around to hear that a song was playing. And I just don't, if his hearing loss is that bad, I can't imagine. I don't know, I just wonder about it. Anyway, call me later. Bye.
Aw,
Right.
that's really cute.
That's super cute. Oh no.
You never want that to make noise.
Right, you don't want to make...
Oh, geez.
I don't know what button to press. Don't press the wrong button. Don't press the wrong button.
How about that one? Okay.
Nailed it. Totally got it right, Steph. Just touch random things. There you go.
The screen? What about the screen? Okay. Phew.
Steph, I'm an expert code hacker. I don't know if you're familiar with my experience with IVs. But I know, Steph. I know.
Oh, they're hanging out.
Triple
they're
spoon.
buds.
Who's up for the triple spoon? I'm in the middle. True story. This would actually be Skip.
That's true.
Skip always inserts himself into all spooning situations. Cat pat. So I was like up in the middle of you.
Doesn't matter who it is.
Just anyone. Anyone and everyone.
Ooh, whoa. Are there balloons?
Strangest balloons ever.
No, you know how you blow up rubber gloves into balloons? Don't they look like that?
They do.
Am I crazy?
No, I think
Oh,
you're
okay.
totally right. I think that is a very accurate guess as to what's going on.
Whee!
Stay away.
Maybe they're happy. Maybe they're happy balloons. Happy glove balloons. They're coming to visit.
Yeah, you think so? You want me to let it go?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know about this game.
And now we've entered into space. The final frontier. Stardate 2016.
Everyone's like, glove balloons, glove balloons. See, they all agreed with me. Glove balloons. Thanks, Nintendo Dude and Nikita Lander.
Yes. Flying through space on my glove balloons. Flying through space on my glove
That's pretty
balloons.
sweet.
Right? How awesome would that be? Look at me fly on my glove balloons. It's like Up. It's Up Hospital Edition.
Right? Oh no, steer clear.
Right?
Are you steering him?
I am. Okay. Ooh,
Whoa.
Ooh, that's close. That's
Oh
close.
no,
That's
oh
close.
no.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Come on. Nope. Nope. No, go. Ah!
Ah!
Ooh, sorry. That was lackluster on my
Oh,
part.
don't do that. Alright, good. We're in the clear.
Ooh, this guy's coming up.
Oh,
This guy's
oh, good one.
Weave,
Good
weave.
one.
Hey, if doing obscure... Ooh, this is a tough one.
Oof. Oh boy.
Oh!
Oh!
Look at that. Look at my cancer dodging skills. If what was I gonna say? Soda Drinker Pro has truly refined my ability to handle obscure minigames.
Oh my gosh. This seems so much more important than all the other video games where we avoid stuff.
It's true.
Oh!
I thought I snuck my way through. There we go.
Ugh.
Thing is,
Ah!
the thing is,
Is it steering you through like the middle of it?
Mhm.
Ah.
like I can try to survive as long as possible, but they just keep coming, you know. Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! One
Oh
left.
no! Oh no! Yeah, it's just like thicker and thicker.
Right, that's exactly it.
Ooh. He's just chilling.
Yeah, dancing. Look at that baby party. Let me see my baby party. Now do Gangnam Style.
Oh, hey. I just wanted to take a shower. Is that okay? Are you okay with Joel? Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh boy. Babysitting is hard. Oh boy.
Longest shower ever. Buddy, you're wasting so much water.
Uh-oh. Oh no, where'd he go? Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Playing with the dog.
Oh.
Or getting eaten by the dog.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
Oh, they're having a party.
Puppy party.
Oh, puppy party!
Oh, it's giving him little puppy hugs.
Oh. Oh.
Why don't you grab it, Gracie? It's a real puppy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's digesting something good in there.
Right? He's eating some good stuff.
Everyone's like, you lost the baby. We found him. The dog found him. The dog found him.
Gotta love those hospital showers.
Right?
That's yesterday's kibble. Digesting right there. That's that little milk bone. That we gave
Right?
him.
Exactly. Can I just say that in real life, therapy dogs the
are like
coolest
the best
things
dogs.
ever. They're the
incredible.
coolest things ever.
The fact that
therapy
dogs can do
animals
that.
in general, and there are all sorts of therapy animals out there. If you look it up, I've actually done like I've gone down this rabbit hole on the internet before because it's like so great when you see like all of the videos of therapy dogs and how they help people and how they help like especially kids who are either sick or have some kind of they're mentally slower or something like that. They're so amazing. It's so cool.
We actually talked a little bit about, not therapy dogs specifically, but kind of like the people who are working to kind of help people in need, like nurses and doctors, not in this week's film theory, but next week's.
Yes, actually. Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be a really cool episode.
So, because you're right, like the people and animals who do this.
Yeah, if you've never watched like therapy dog videos,
amazing.
oh my gosh, it's like the most cathartic thing ever. You guys, it's so great.
Like there are
Like
some
little therapy beagle, and he's like, woo, 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 and people are like, oh, he's the best.
Well, it's also one of those things that like I myself recognize. I would have a hard time doing it myself, like to be a nurse, and especially
Oh my gosh,
especially in
so,
a place like
so
this
difficult.
where you're working with children.
Anything pediatric where kids are sick, even if they're just a little bit sick, you know, that's so amazing.
I love kids, don't get me wrong, but like
As a job, it's so hard.
and the value of those people who bring care is just tremendous.
So amazing.
But it would be so hard, like as someone who gets emotionally attached to like a lot of things very, very intensely.
Oh yeah.
It would be really hard.
I mean, we anthropomorphize Pikachu.
I kid you not. This is a true story about my life, by the way. Like Stephanie mentions, anthropomorphizing Pikachu. That's something that carries through in literally every element.
I mean,
of our
Pikachu is
lives,
real,
off
obviously,
camera.
but even stuff that's not real.
But like, if Steph ever wants me to eat food, I kid you not, like, if there's like a final French fry on the plate or like some leftovers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so stuffed, I can't eat it, whatever. Stephanie will anthropomorphize the food, and I can't resist it. I can't say no to the food because she'll be like, oh no, like it's a fry or whatever. It's like, oh no, I'm so lonely, not with my other friends. I'm like, no French fry, no. I don't want you to be lonely out there. Yes, I will find room in my stomach for your extra calories. I will stuff you in there so you don't have to be lonely anymore, Fry. Mr. French Fry. Because that's the sort of, like, sucker I am.
Shoot,
for
my
things.
secret is out.
Is that a secret? It's her pro strat to
It
get
is.
me. Like,
anthropomorphize stuff if you want.
like
if
cookies.
You want to
Cookies,
make
it happens
things
all the
happen.
time. Like Mr. Cookie will come out and be like, oh
Mr. Cookie.
Oh no.
The naming is really important.
Mr. Cookie has to convince me a little bit less than Mr. Carrot. So
Right.
Mr. Cookie is like, all right.
You find Mr.
all
Cookie
right,
more
Cookie.
persuasive than Mr. Carrot.
Say no more, Mr. Cookie. Welcome to Pleasure Town. It's fine. I won't leave you hanging, Mr. Cookie. It's okay.
Welcome to Pleasure Town. Is that the name of your face?
It's the name of my stomach, actually. We have named my stomach Pleasure Town. It's where all the good little vegetables and fruits go, but especially the good little sweets. They all go down to Pleasure Town. It's like heaven for food. It's my stomach. Welcome to Pleasure Town.
Oh my gosh.
and-
I needed that. I needed that.
And we continue. Oh, little sick bear.
My French fry. Mr. French Fry wants you to finish the game. Thanks.
See, and this sort of... I have a really strong attachment to stuffed animals because I grew up collecting stuffed animals, and I had a lot of stuffed animals growing up, so, like, sick stuffed animals or, like, injured stuffed animals always really gets to me. So that's another one that,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, in fact...
That one hits me hard.
In fact, that one, we have this. This is another true story. We're going into all of these, like weirdo personal stories. So, the first year we were hanging out, just like as friends or whatever, we were both RAs in college, and I think a lot of people know that. On move-out day, one year, I think our first year being RAs.
Oh man, we are talking about weird
Oh
stories.
yeah, totally weird. We were leaving the building, and we walked by this trash can.
I'll be back.
Right?
Tell the story.
What is going on?
Tell the
Last
story.
time you disappeared there, I got soda.
Tell
Is
the
there
story.
more soda? Okay. So, So we're leaving the dorm on this last day. Everybody's moved out. Everything's all empty and sad and lonely. We pass by this trash can, and true story, there's this stuffed animal bear that's sitting on top of the trash. Someone has just thrown him out, right? And he's like there all alone, and we sort of sidle by, and then we like look at each other and we're like, oh, that poor bear. He's like left all alone on the top of the trash can, and he's just there by himself, and they're gonna throw him away. And so we picked him up, and this is 8 years later or something. We still have him. And so he's never left behind again. We actually bring him on vacation with us wherever we go. And we like take pictures of him in each location. We're like, his name is Bleu. And we found him in the trash.
French for bleu.
We found
Blue. French. Bleu.
His name is
bleu.
Bleu. And we sometimes bring him places so that he never has to feel left behind. So we are the sentimentalist of the sentimental. And so hey, high five, buddy. There you go. And so that's like, you know, we are sensitive people. Yeah, hey, fist bump, bud. Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, yeah, Blue's our buddy. You're learning a lot about us.
Right? I know.
Welcome
but it's like, you know, fun personal stuff.
To a very, very personal stream.
Right?
So yeah, Bleu is always hanging out. Bleu is one of my all-time favorites.
He was not buried in the trash, by the way. He wasn't like covered in food and banana peels or something like that.
He was
just perched. He was just perched on the top.
It was like an overflowing trash can, and like he was just kind of
he was just hanging out on top.
So don't worry, he's not like some dirty infested thing.
Illusions Are Cool says Sacre Bleu. I like that. And Carl Purcell says, me and my girlfriend found a basketball together. That's almost exactly the same.
And we named him Mr. Bumpy because he's a basketball. Mr. Bumples.
Oh my God.
He's anthropomorphized. It's great. Just walking through the art walls here. A phoenix rising from the ashes.
Right.
Oh, phone.
I love the wife's messages. They're great.
11/11.
Oh, 11/11.
11/11 for the.
If you can wish for stuff on 11/11.
I don't know if you guys know this. This is really important for you to know. 11/11 is the time of day where you can make a wish.
It's true. Try it.
Try it.
Let's listen to the voicemail.
11/11.
Do it.
Hey, honey, we're on our way home from the hospital now. So if you wanted to preheat the oven starting in about 30 minutes, that would work, and we could throw in that lasagna. Do you know how they celebrate off-treatment day, like when kids are done with their treatments? I guess maybe you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as I am, but on someone's last day, they always bring them a cake, and they sing Happy Off Therapy Day to you. Anyway, that happened today. I mean, it happens a lot, but today I cried. I just wanted that day so bad, you know? I just like, we're not ever gonna get that day. If he's better, we won't know that he's better. We don't get a day. Anyway, okay, call me if you can. Like, there's probably traffic, so I could talk on my way home. Alright, bye.
Aww. Oh my gosh, look at that cow balloon.
Cow
Look
balloons.
at that cow balloon.
Cow balloons make everything better.
Oh man.
Giant pinwheels also. Oh, there's a chicken balloon too.
Oh man.
Man, what they're able to do with balloon technology these
Incredible.
days, it's unbelievable.
Hey buddy.
Absolutely.
I like his red
absolutely
wagon.
Fantastic, right? When I was growing up, my dad, we would walk to my mom's work, and I had, like when I was really young, I had a red wagon.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
got into the newspaper. Like, the photographer just, like, saw us, and, like, he took a picture of us in the red wagon. Oh, here we go.
Oh, awesome.
Mario
oh my gosh,
Kart.
it's Mario Kart.
Here we go.
No way.
Oh, yes! Nailed it. Woo! Oh, should I miss it? I like, is there a time trial? Can we do a time trial?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
There we go.
Oh man. Oh, here's the boost. Woo!
Banana. Yeah!
Hello, hilarious. Make sure you get the cow.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can bet I'm getting the cow.
Oh,
I'm totally getting the cow. I like a rice ball.
whistle, I think.
Look like a whistle.
Chicken.
You know the chicken? Ooh, watch
The
out.
globe. Oh, don't slip on the cheese.
Yeah, watch out for the banana peels. Oh no, who I'm trying to like slow down behind me. As far as these banana peels are concerned.
Woo! First.
Ooh, we got some lumbar punctures,
Oh.
some MRI scans,
Cisplatin. Okay.
blood
Okay.
transfusions, radiation treatment.
Imidazole. All right. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff.
How long is it going to be before we can have some answers? Did anyone ask the doctor?
Okay, is it just doctor on call or is this our doctor? Well, because the on-call doctor is just a resident.
Is there a way we could talk to our doctor? It just seemed like yesterday in clinic they were going to let us go. I just want to know what it
Who canceled the treatment?
is. Isn't it dangerous for him not to get it? I thought he needed that.
I know you're just doing it for mercy, but can I just talk to the doctor that we
That's weird.
Hmm.
Know how fast it changes. It's so interesting.
I'm getting trapped behind it.
Ooh. Okay.
Cool one.
Yeah, that's really neat.
The Temple. Not to be confused with the Temple of Doom. Two very different things.
No.
Actually, very different.
Ooh. This looks like. Oh, it looks pretty intense.
Well, if it was just an amphitheater, it would be cool.
Right?
The fact that it's
It looks like a surgical observatory,
right,
you know?
a medical.
Oh, no, it's an MRI.
Yes.
It's an MRI.
Yep. Again, fun personal stories. Sold my body to science, and it wasn't involved in. Is this a modern MRI?
This
Or is this like a different type of MRI?
Is this a CAT scan?
when
I don't know. I don't actually know what the different machines
Because when I
look
was
like.
selling my body,
I was only
into
doing it on a cellular level.
Oh, see, and I was doing it. I was in one of those like MRI magnet tubes, selling my body for $20 an hour. It was the best money I made in college. It was great. I don't know what the impact of repeated exposure to high magnetic fields is, but keep an eye out on me over the next couple of years on this live stream. And
You just said that last sentence 4
yep.
times, Matthew.
my whole world has opened up.
You did get to see pictures of your brain, which was pretty awesome.
It was. Not many people get to see their brain. I got to see pictures. I actually got to see pictures exactly like this of my
That's
brain.
you again. I love you, my friend. This is
Oh,
my
hey.
favorite game. Do you see?
Yes.
I just started.
Here we go. Balloons.
How'd you like here?
Are
And
awesome.
a big lion comes.
Uh-oh. The big lion comes.
Balloons losing their air stresses me out to no end.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I gotta say that too. Like,
Really? Is that a thing that gets to you?
it does, because, I don't know, like, balloons popping really gets to me, and balloons, like, deflate and, like, flying around, because it's just, I don't know, out of control stuff. It's just too much. Too much. Stay under control. Check your privilege, balloons, before you start flying around everywhere, okay?
Scary lion.
StarKid981 says, nothing. Repeated MRIs are fine.
Can roar. That's like him.
That's
Yeah, him
what I'm led to
roar.
believe.
This is a CAT scan, says Bean Joaquim.
Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears.
Aslan?
It is Aslan. That's what it reminds me of.
Right, Aslan, who from Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
Yeah, from the Chronicles of Narnia.
Here comes the animals. Pterosaurs is my favorite.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right, riding around on the stars. It's gorgeous.
Oh.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. What are you controlling in here?
I'm controlling.
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm controlling the flips.
Ah.
And I'm controlling the beam of light. Best ride ever.
Woo. Put him on the giraffe.
There you go.
Whee.
Woo!
That's awesome.
How awesome would it be to see a giraffe backflip in real life?
Ha!
How surreal would that be? You're like, what the heck is going on in this zoo? What are they feeding these
Zero
animals?
gravity giraffe. Is that a dog?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Who also does backflips.
Did you ever want to ride a dog as a very little kid? I had friends who tried to ride their dogs. It did not work.
I wasn't exposed to all that many dogs in my youth, honestly, gotta say. So the idea of riding a dog, not 100%.
Oh, lion. I was always a horse gal, but like I said, I did have friends who tried to ride
There's a
their dogs.
horse. There's your horse, Steph.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Rocking it out. Rock that horse, Steph. Uh-oh, the voices are coming. The voices, they hear me. They hear me joyously leaping across the cosmos.
Right?
This terrible routine. Watching you, waiting for you to wake, hoping you will never remember these days of illness and treatment. One day, I'll bring you here, show you your tiny handprints on the wall, and you'll be annoyed that we all think of you as some big miracle. Cancer will be such a small part of all you could grow to be. You will tire of hearing about it. You won't want to see the cards and notes I saved. And I won't mind at all. I'll hold the memories of this hard day. You just leave it behind.
Oh my gosh, they're so funny.
I don't know whose hand this is. I am worried about this hand. What?
They put the dog's paw print on the wall.
What happened there? Like, you had the hand, and then like this child was in the hospital because it had a sixth finger. It had like the regular hand, and there's just like random finger over here.
He took it as a finger painting opportunity. He was making the most out of his handprint experience, Matthew.
This person just photoshopped his up to the most, like, screw finger paints. I'm just going all in.
Stencil.
Throwing it on there. Let's see. Right, that's nice. Ab has some nice shoes, man.
Right?
Some
shoes on the wall.
Some sweet kicks. Have no fear, our story's just begun. Elsie, we love you dearly and miss you daily. See you soon.
These for like all of the little kids and stuff. Oh, he's gone. We keep losing him.
Mathis. Hugs to all my UIHC kids and families. To my hero, Henry M. I'm done. I mean, do you want to read? We could read them all.
We don't have to read them all. I think we got the idea. that they're, you know, from families, from loved ones. Wow,
Right. There's a
a
lot.
lot of cards.
A lot of cards. Just lining everything. And I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense.
as you can imagine, right?
I'm sure you just get so
the families,
much stuff.
the children and their families are stuck,
Yeah,
you know, in the hospital. Like she says, they don't get their day.
yeah.
You know, they're just kind of
And
stuck
they're
there
stuck in
forever.
this routine until it resolves itself.
But you can
The
just,
end of treatment party is such a good idea. I hadn't even thought of that, but it makes so much sense.
right? I mean, in a lot of ways, it's almost like a birthday party.
Yeah,
You know,
oh,
your
it is.
life kind of
Your life can
begins anew
start again.
at
Yeah.
that point. Yes, these games were the best.
Oh yeah.
I love these
oh,
things.
Everybody had these things.
I didn't have. Did I have one? I know I played with it a bunch because it was always super cool.
Oh yeah, everybody had one of these things. You pull the string and then it spins around.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Here we go.
maybe it's a lever. Mine was a string. Oh, people shoot. Oh shoot, people wanted us to read the cards. Shoot. People wanted us to read the cards.
Sorry, there were a lot of cards.
Sorry, there were a lot of cards.
And
guys.
again, it goes to the point of like, hey, you know, this is definitely a worthwhile game for you to play on your own.
Yeah.
So that's because honestly, if we read every card, like we would
It would
be there
take
for
a really long time.
And we do want to showcase. As- Horse. Really, these I equate these to like the earliest version of the roulette wheel.
Yeah.
These get young kids into the casinos playing roulette. I did. I would always try. Like, did you do this when you played with these things? I would try to predict what it would land on.
Oh no,
Oh,
I think I just wait to see.
No, I was totally that kid. I distinctly remember, like, my game was I would try to pull it and land it, like, try to land it on one of the animals or one of the categories all the time. That was always what I did.
The horse can type 70 words a minute.
Wow. The horse has really impressive skills.
Right?
70 words a minute. I don't know if I could do that.
The horse has invented a new scripting language called EquiScript.
This horse is, like, prodigious. Let's see what else the horse
Oh.
said.
Bill plays chess with the horse.
Oh man.
Always win.
The horse invented the internet and discovered global warming, like Al Gore.
The pigs wash the dishes after supper.
Yeah, that may be impressive to some pigs, but you're no horse. Just sorry, you have a lot to live up to.
Farmer Bill can control space and time.
Yes,
What?
Farmer Bill. Where have you been? That's amazing, Farmer Bill.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
Ooh,
Oh no.
rewind time.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
Huh.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, I think we have
It's
to
not
actually
good.
Yeah.
spin it.
No. Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can face it. I can size it
It's
up.
quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
I guess I have imagined it. I've imagined it a lot, but not like this. It's different. I thought I would sob uncontrollably or puke just right on the floor. I thought I'd shake or wail or something. Guess this is shock. Tragedy, he said. That's right. That's the perfect word for this. It's a tragedy. I wonder if he says that every time. He's crying a little. I love him for that. He's not callous, he's genuinely sad. She is too.
So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
It is interesting the response. Like in movies, it's funny because so much of kind of how we perceive events like this is influenced or dictated by media and the movies that we watch and TV shows, and you have those moments where it's just like crying and wailing and like beating on the walls and like breaking down this and that, but like I don't know, the tragic circumstances that I've had happen or that I've personally gone through or things like that, like rarely does it ever work out that way. It is a lot of times like a quiet resolution or an acceptance and just the recognition of you have to go on.
Yeah.
You know, you have to deal with it, and you know, yes, there is that sadness and things like that, but rarely is it like so over dramatic or over the top like you would see in kind of like a movie or something like that.
We're very good at end-of-life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life. How long are we talking about?
Prediction time again. No matter what I say, they'll wish it was longer. But sometimes longer is worse. A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
I really like this section.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Crying? How long are we talking about? How am I going to hold it together now?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Because it shows within each of the 4 individuals in the room, each one has its own different like internal monologue and feelings and thoughts.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating to see that played out this way.
Measurable. I give A, I get B, and I subtract C, and I get this result. And I can do something to control. Or at least have the sense that I'm controlling. But now all we have left is a miracle. And miracles are fickle. They don't always come, and we don't always know why. But if Joel's miracle doesn't come, I hope he lives. I've always hoped. Now I can't do anything but hope. Oh, radiation. At least we can do something. Hope doesn't require signing papers or driving to hospitals or holding Joel in my lap. Hope is for something someone else has to do for us. And when doctors can't, invisible Jesus must.
We're so sorry.
No, my device is underwater. I don't know if it'll still work. I don't know if it's gonna make it. They really build these things sturdy these days.
Right?
Oh, God, I do not want a replacement baby. If that was your plan, I am not on board. I don't want some new baby to help me move on. I would not have chosen it. Oh, God. Joel has to live, or I will not love this baby.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
EMI?
They've always been clear. Joel's got a recurrence of his tumor. Where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the frontal cortex. And it's quite small at this point. But unfortunately, the size is apparently important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy. With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is fatal. It is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We've already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to give him chemotherapy that we know is resistant to. So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
We're very good at end of life care.
you know, like, not only is this
This is so well done. Like,
Yeah.
the way they visually represent the emotions that everyone's going through is, like, just amazing. Like,
Well-
you completely get it.
and right, that's the thing about this, is it would be one thing to be like, oh, it's just a sad story that you play through and that you experience, but what makes this game so incredible and such a unique experience is the fact that it's like like the visuals and situations and storytelling elements
There's, like,
that
this...
he's used to convey the thoughts and emotions of the character is just incredible.
Yeah, there's this literal storyline that's going on, and then there's the figurative stuff that helps you, that adds, like, so much dimension to the literal storyline. It's amazing.
Right? And it's like, how smart is it to, like, take those thematic elements of the, like, spinning farm animal wheel
Yeah.
to, like, here are the voices of the animals, here are the voices of the people going through it. So...
I'm gonna flip over to Twitter for a little while.
Sure. I know. And sorry that we're not,
Sorry,
like,
I know we're not, like, super
engaging
engaged,
too much today.
but I am watching. I'm watching the whole time, and basically, you guys seem to be very much on the same page that we are. At least those of you who are in the chat. So we're watching along, even though if we're not interacting like as much as normal.
Yeah, this is you know, sometimes we have streams that are like really good for audience participation.
Yeah.
And like hanging out with you guys. This one is one I think like. You
It's
know,
good
we're
to just
experiencing it
experiencing
together.
Yeah.
But like to constantly break from the narrative.
Yeah.
To, you know, talk about kind of like comments and things. It's just it kind of removes the experience, you know. So we want you guys to kind of be as immersed in this as
we are. Go ahead.
I have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write, to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's greatness.
Where's the bird now?
Oh, we are. Oh, we're bird. Okay.
Joel, lay down. Okay. Should we do a song?
Sure.
Okay, big boys, how you come in here and we'll sing the littles a lullaby.
I'm tired.
I know, it's bedtime. Okay. Elijah, lay down.
Babe, did you even check him in his mouth?
Joel, no. Yes.
Sweet.
Right? Landed on my perch.
Platforming skills.
Nailed to see. You told me this wasn't a precision platformer, Stephanie.
We've been
How wrong I
through
was.
so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, it's a little penguin pillow.
How long will we in California?
I don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything, is because if the trial works really well, and maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it keeps helping Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him, stay there where he's getting help. But if the medicine starts to not work, as soon as it's not helping him, I promise we'll come back home.
Right, because that's
tough, man. Clinical trials and stuff, yeah.
well. I mean, that's the other thing to think about in all of this, right? Is the
They
fact
have other
that
kids
there
the whole
is
time,
another
yeah.
child who's involved in this.
Yeah,
and
I think they have
so-
2 others, right? Is that the right? Am I getting the right impression? Maybe not.
I thought it was only one.
Oh.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinsky, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
St. Jude's. You're a big fan.
I'm a huge fan of St. Jude's.
Why is that?
Because they're so different.
It's good to let people know.
Yeah,
Her expectation
Here, I
is
don't
so
wanna interrupt you.
maddening sometimes. Do you know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life. And I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents, supernatural miracles. I envy her.
That is a hard situation to be put into.
Yeah.
Where
everybody has
what is worse, to kind of look at the situation realistically and be like, hey, the odds
are not great.
The odds are slim to none.
When it's someone you love, you really can't look at it like that. I mean, I think like your every natural instinct fights against looking at it like that.
But you can understand, like.
Oh yeah, it's such a crazy position to be in. It's impossible. It's like an impossible position to be in,
So anyway, you were saying about St. Jude's.
Oh, so St. Jude's is awesome. And I know a lot of people do charity live streams for St. Jude's, and we thought about doing it too.
Hop in bed, boys.
Okay, so here's where we're supposed to stop.
Boys,
just so you know.
Get in bed.
Can you please tell us a story?
And we will wait till this. There we go. I think this is where we're supposed to cut off. Okay.
Right. This is. Right, Chris?
Yeah,
that's correct.
This is right.
This is where
this is
where he has requested that kind of people who play the game stop.
He requested to you, right?
He requested in
to
general.
Just game players online.
Yeah.
This is where it's gonna get real intense.
Okay.
After this point.
Yeah.
Right.
The last third of the game, though, is named Dehydration. So I feel like if we wanted to go as far as that would be the perimeter
And
if
to
you
hold
want,
off from there.
Right. If you want to play this, I'm sure this game is powerful, but I think the most powerful is dehydration through the rest of it.
Is the back half?
This is this is the back half, and the back third. What you're saying is the last that last portion.
So are you saying? So should we continue?
I'll leave it up to you. I really do want to respect the wishes of the developer here, and I know it feels like we're only halfway through the story, but that's kind of the point. So I'm okay either way, but whatever you think.
No,
we want to respect sort of the boundaries of the game and let people experience it for themselves. The point of this stream was to showcase that this game exists, that it does really cool things with storytelling, with bringing you into a very important story, with making you think about, stuff that's important in life and how important, your family and your friends and all of the other stuff is kind of inconsequential compared to this kind of thing. That was really the intention of this live stream, and I think we've gotten that across for sure. If we play a little more, if we don't, it's fine.
I think, if this is indeed the place where he's kind of requested that
a lot of people are saying stop. A lot of people are saying stop.
I think, yeah. So I believe that that's the case. And also I know that was around the time that the game first came out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can reach out to him and ask, if it's acceptable now to kind of play through the whole thing.
I know that some people have, and I would want to talk to him before we do that.
That I agreed. I just wanted to, as long as we're sure that this is where it is, then I want, because I agree 100%. I want to make sure that this is such an important game and such an important story for him.
Yeah.
I feel like it's super important to respect his wishes as well.
Yeah, people are saying stop.
Yeah,
most people are saying, some people are saying keep going, but people are mostly saying stop.
We'll, and we'll see, or, we'll see if we can maybe potentially get in contact with him to say, hey, is it possible to share the rest of the story for those who aren't able to experience it for themselves? Because I would like to share the rest of it with you guys, but, if he would rather not, that's perfectly fine.
And honestly, I think that we've gotten a really good sense of the game. Like we talked about, it's really cool beyond just the story. It's just really well done graphically, from a narrative perspective. The whole fusing of this literal story with these fantasy elements that are just really powerful, and the imagery is really beautiful. So if you haven't checked it out, really highly recommend checking it out, and go tell somebody in your life that you love them, because life is too short not to.
That's the moral, I think, of all of this, right? Is make sure that the people you love and the people who mean something to you and the people who matter to you know it. Because it's easy to assume that they know, or it's easy to kind of I told them I loved them a week ago or whatever. But it's important to that sort of thing is important to kind of reiterate to people. So
yeah.
Anyway, so today a bit more sedate of a live stream, and definitely a bit of a departure from what we originally anticipated with Stanley Parable. But
yeah.
Hey, I think, like we said at the beginning, sadness, introspection and stuff might not be the most exciting. It might not be the funniest. It might not be the most shareable or the biggest view getter or whatever. But none of that matters, right? It's just as important, if not more so, than any of those other things. So Anyway, thank you for going on this journey with us. Thank you for sticking through kind of a more somber, a more serious, and a more personal live stream. Thank you for being such a fantastic community and for supporting us. We appreciate you. We love you guys.
Yeah.
We always say that even though Game Theory gets millions of views and is super fun to do, at the end of the day, it's these live streams that are the things that we're always looking forward to, because you guys are great. And it's such a positive community, and your support and your feedback and just having this space together on a daily basis is awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you to you guys. You matter to us.
Yeah.
Remember, that's just a stream. A live stream. Thank you for being so supportive every single day. Say goodbye in the chat.
Let's say goodbye in the chat.
Bleu also says goodbye.
Bye, Bleu. Bye, Bleu.
Bleu doesn't speak.
He doesn't speak at all.
That's the other thing that
That's his thing.
Given about Bleu is he, unlike some of our other stuffed animals who can speak, Bleu can't speak. So Bleu just waves and does hand gestures.
Maximus Delaporta says bye. Lamalus says bye. Reynaldo Martinez says bye. Maraviola says, I read the article. I really liked it. Great job. Woo!
I was celebrating you reading the article. He's super happy.
Zero says, bye. I love you both.
Blue dance.
Woo!
Blue dance.